Okay. All right. So where we left off, we had almost finished getting our drain waste vent plumbing done. Because today should be the day of gluing. I almost said screwing, but
that's a different YouTube channel.
That's a different YouTube channel.
I see butt.
You do not.
Think I don't know butt when I see it.
So we were mostly happy with the way he ended up. So what we're going to be working on now is getting the rest of the vent. I can kind of help you out a little bit by...
Oh. You on.
Ruined the shot.
Oh dear.
So I think we're almost to the point where we should just glue him. Because that'll make our life easier. That's probably not a good idea. Like, we know this is going to be this way.
Yes.
I think we're at that point.
Well, we haven't glued either of these yet.
Yeah. And I don't think I need to dry fit literally the entire thing because it's just going to make my life more difficult.
Yeah.
As long as this guy is somewhat reasonably in the right spot, which he basically is. He is what he is, and we'll just have to cut the shower pan. But I do need to get this whole thing prepped so I can draw the lines. Tell me where I'm going to glue. I know we were going to shim this guy up in the air.
Yeah, so he's not knocking on the drywall.
What do you know? Shim.
Either way, shame.
Oh, that's not enough shim. You know what? We might be at the point of using a pipe hanger.
Oh. Do we have pipe hangers?
We do. I got metal. Metal pipe hanger.
Shouldn't we glue it before we hang it?
No, I'm staging it because we know it's going to go right back on the hanger. So I'm not wrapping the hanger around it. I'm using the hanger as just a strap to hold it up. Instead of me trying to shove stuff in the shim, which I'm going to have to unstuff immediately when I go to glue it. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure all that talk of stuffing made sense.
Again, pretty sure that's another YouTube channel.
Your tool belt is so convenient.
I think at this point you've used all my tools more than I have. Do I even have a tool belt? Is it mine in name only?
And you know what this thing really, really, really wants to do?
Unspool.
Yes.
So letting it go is probably the worst possible thing you could do.
Yes.
Here it is. Alright.
Okay, so we're going to have to two-handed do this.
He says as I'm manning the camera.
Well, here.
Womaning the camera.
You're whamming the camera?
Yeah.
Are you able to hold this?
I'm trying. It feels like something that's about to slice my hand open.
If you let go of it wrong, it might.
Okay. It's not going to be a good shot because one of my hands is occupied.
Okay, that's a start.
Probably tape the other side too so that shit don't slip.
Exactly.
I can hold tape. That is not tape. I love how you hand me the heavy metal spool.
Hell yeah. Now, oh, here's this. I'm an idiot. It's supposed to feed out of the box. Every plumber, whoever watches is gonna be like,
Amateur hour over here.
yeah.
I love you how you ostensibly put that down to facilitate my motion. And immediately set it back up.
Right? What an idiot. I was thinking about you.
And then you stop thinking about me and your squirrel brain went, well, that's
Squirrel!
That's gotta be out of the way.
Correct.
Yeah.
You don't sound like a woman of much confidence in what I'm doing.
And I'm trying to figure out how you're gonna hold the pipe, hold the strap, and screw it in at the same time.
Well, correct. What I was hoping would happen is as I tighten the screw. If you were holding it, that'd be great, but don't majorly contort yourself here.
Too late.
Okay. Yep. That's all we needed.
I lend you a foot. Wonder if you could actually see that on camera.
Oh, your foot?
Yeah. Say so full.
It's not our finest work. Maybe a little piece of shim.
I was about to say, you shim the strap. And now we just put a screw in the bottom to hold the pipe in place.
Yeah.
To be clear, that was a joke.
Oh, was it?
Putting a screw into the drain waste.
Oh, right. I wasn't even fully listening to you. Okay.
Clearly.
Clearly.
You done take my joke, kick it senseless, roll it up in a rug.
Okay. Strips of metal. Nothing inherently dangerous about these.
As you mush it up in your bare hands.
Right?
No gloves.
Jackass. Okay.
Mr. DeLuca, how'd you slice your hands open like this?
Well,
See, we have these cats.
we're gonna blame it on the cats.
Yeah. You'll believe us.
It's plenty of offset for the drain.
Wouldn't we want it to come a little closer to the stud? Or the joist?
We do. So the farther away he is from the joist, the more I'm gonna have to make a slope here.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is this slope gets high and this one gets low, the tile, if we're trying to make a nice line all the way around.
Gotta get all okay.
Yeah.
But we should be able to push him to the side once we have everything glued, right?
So right now, this is basically where he is. I could re-drill my hole, and I probably should. I should probably cut this hole out a little bit in my blocking right here
So that
that you can't see.
So that you can come to the side.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Instead of trying to force fit this. Actually, this is kind of stupid. Please. That's probably close enough, I would think.
Yeah. I think so.
I think for a dry fit, that's about as good as we're gonna get. We know for sure we can glue these.
Yes. So time to mark them and start gluing?
Those don't have to mark, obviously, other than the 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch that the pipe goes into the hub. Let's just sanity check what we got here.
And we're good with 1/8 of an inch, right?
Yeah, we called the inspector, told him, hey, we're gonna have a part that's gonna be about 1/8 of an inch per foot drop. And he said it's fine. It's definitely a slope. It's not as much sloped, and then by the time we get here, it's barely sloped at all. But it had to have been that way before, because it was 2 inch by the time it was here. So this would have been hitting like this.
Yeah.
And we're already technically
At the limit.
yeah, we can't cut that. So that is what it is.
We can't fix it without violating code for the joists. So.
And the thing is we have to use 2 inch because that's required for the wet venting requirement. I guess it is what it is. So what, you know what, let's not glue him yet.
Okay.
Well, let's just glue the absolute,
Straightaways.
the obvious ones. Now granted, this is just a sink and a shower. And the natural tendency of the water is going to be to just flow down the pipe. If there's any slope whatsoever, it's going to start it.
Mm-hmm.
And then surface tension is just going to pull it in that direction.
And even if not, you'll see in a future video, I put a clean out right above the drain double fixture fitting, right where it connects to the vent. So you'll be able to rod this out if it gets gunked up with hair or whatever.
Yeah, that gets on fine. Okay. If I put that coupling on, am I still going to be able to get him on? That's the question. Yes. Okay. All right, let's do that. Let's get him done. Making a mess. Forgot to put on gloves. Guess who's gonna have,
Purple fingers.
yeah. Alright.
Hey, good.
I could, but the primer's already on this one. I'll go get them for the next one.
Does primer have to be wet?
Yeah, it's better to do it soon after.
Okay.
You don't really want to wait. Okay. That's pretty much, that's bonded. Well, the inspector doesn't have to guess if I put primer on.
Can you get it in like different colors just to mess with people?
You can get it clear. And then you can get the kind that's got it, the primer built in. Yeah, that's chamfered and deburred. Don't need to put it on the outside of the hub, you dumbass.
Hey, sweet. At 400%, I'm almost as fast as a real plumber.
Ew.
What's your problem?
It's gooey.
Yes, it is. You see, I'm wanting to push it out.
Yep.
Well, that's a solid piece of pipe now.
You're gonna have an ass-eating good time getting the next coupler on.
Yeah, I am. I can just fit it in there. It's the next piece of pipe I'm worried about. So, since we can't be 100% sure we're hitting it, we're going to be extra thorough. Damn it, that's what I was trying not to do.
You made mess.
Yep.
Oh dear, our joist has now purple spots upon it.
Gotta keep it away from the pegs too.
Oh, does it react with the peg?
Yeah, this will react with the pegs. This is meant for basically softening the surface of plastic.
Ah.
That's to allow it to better take the solvent. Okay. Make sure we for sure get it inside here. What? Yeah, I do not like working on this right next to the pecs. Man, not supposed to turn it that much, but I did.
Maybe we should open that door.
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, it smells good, don't it? I don't see any primer on the pecs. That's good. If you want to, we could stop for a minute while that sets before I try and put this in, because I'm gonna have to rotate it.
Yeah. Okay, so stop recording?
Yeah, go ahead. Go get some gloves. An idiot.
You better cut that out or I'm gonna be extra nice to you. Two by two hands of blue.
What was that from?
Firefly.
Oh, that's right. I was trying to figure where that expression came from a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it was something River kept saying they couldn't figure it out.
Oh, yeah. Like Susie said Firefly. I'm there. Okay.
I connected a few dots for him.
That purple primer is legendary for making a mess. Because it makes a mess.
Wow. A notable characteristic of it has become to be associated with it.
Yes. Okay, that was a bad idea. I mean, I'm getting it, it just sucks. That's rookie plumber mistake. Okay. This should be fun. Lots of fun. Oops.
You missed.
At the outside of the pipe.
Yeah, you did. Maybe I should have done this.
Rookie plumber mistake. Okay.
Use my itty bitty bare hands.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost certainly fine, but still. Ideally, I would have cut that.
A little more towards the middle of the joist bay.
Yeah.
Now we know why.
It's in there. All right, so the next one is going to require a little more thought. Not too much, because...
We don't do that around these parts.
And actually, this one is going to be the worst.
Because this one actually does have to point in a specific direction.
Well, it's not just that, but the pecs.
Oh, shit.
In fact, I'm going to go get something to cover the pecs with.
Garbage bag or grocery bags. We got plenty of them.
Something of that nature.
You look so tall.
Mm-hmm.
What you want? Unless you puckering up, I don't want no lip out of you.
Got some sacrificial pieces of drywall. What is it with me doing that backwards every time?
Because you told me to make sure you don't. And now he is testing me.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. It's a test. Yep. At that orientation, it's about an 1/8 inch per foot over here on the Y. And lulls on this one. And by lulls, I mean...
More than sufficient.
Yeah, that's got a lot of slope. That'll come in with some thrust.
You mean velocity?
I mean thrust and velocity.
Thrust implies the existence of velocity. But velocity does not necessarily imply the existence of thrust.
Okay, physics.
What? Excuse me for dropping some science on you.
What are you laughing about?
Did you grab a marker?
I did. I actually had it a moment ago. But I have it no longer. Who knows?
It's somewhere.
Didn't need that part anyways.
We'll find it someday.
The only thing I'm a little weary of is... That's a lot of pressure. I mean, this needs to come up a little bit. I'm wondering if I pull that screw out and drive it through that next piece will be good. Or maybe it'll just fail miserably and
Fuck the whole thing.
yeah. If we're being honest, that's more likely.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. Somehow have to get a screw in.
Could just slide it a little ways sideways.
Do what?
Put some diagonal into it.
Oh, I already had some diagonal into it.
Well, evidently not enough.
Bro.
What you want? Do I need to get my footsie down there?
Nah. Okay, so that's basically off. Now if I just stick that little shim in there. Alright, so hopefully we have a little less slope. I'm curious what that mark is. I'll never be able to read it.
Which one?
The second to last is probably 1/2 inch.
Second to last is 3/8. The one at this end is 1/2.
Okay. It's fine.
Bang.
Alright, let's just make sure the weir or the Y has enough. It's got about 1/8. Can we tilt it a little more? Holy shit, we tilted it quite a bit. Okay, so that's about 1/4 inch per foot. Get that. Alright. Now let me find that marker that I lost. Here it is. This is all gonna get covered in primer. Feel confident?
Sure.
Alright. Then we're marking the trap. Get him. Get the hair and all the other junk out of there. That's definitely a berry hair stuck to that. Average plumber's like, dude,
Just slap a shell on there and push it in.
just send it. And they're not wrong. It's not like all this extra effort is really doing anything other than appeasing.
You.
Yeah. I'm gonna glue it. I'm gonna put it on about right here and then rotate it into position. Of Quarter turn. You ready?
Yo.
Good.
Do it, Deborah. Pull the trigger.
I forgot to put on my gloves.
Huh. Here we go again.
And there's a frickin' berry hair stuck in there.
I'm not allowed to dye my hair purple. You know that.
Fucking, there's a wood chip. Yeah, that really fucks the pipe up. This is basically the glue. I mean, it's not, but
It turns the pipe into glue.
yeah. The inspector's gonna be like,
You missed.
you spilled a drop of primer, that's an instant fail. Plumbers never do that. Never happens. Granted, good plumbers don't really have that same problem. Because they've been doing this long enough to know exactly when that thing's about to drip. Not this guy. Sure hope my line's right. What the hell? That can't be that far off.
Like too much, or?
This is that type of thing that now there's so many pieces of plastic that there's a lot of pent up air and tension in the. Yeah, that's fine. First line is nothing. Second line is 1/8. That's a 1/4 inch per foot. Good. All right, we can glue the trap.
And then give it a few.
Give it a few, and then we can glue the trap arm.
Well, snap.
That's pretty impressive. I didn't get any primer in it.
That is, actually. But we set your shame on the pipe.
Yes. Hand me some gloves.
Gloves.
Why are you so damn amused?
Because I can just chuck stuff at you on camera.
Oh, okay.
And plus I know my amusement amuses you.
Yeah, pretty much. Bro. Oh, God.
Making a mess.
A huge mess. Okay. Now I gotta somehow make, get all of this primed.
You reach in this way and then do it.
What you mean? Like these?
Yeah.
Come on! Good to glue?
I think so.
The only thing is I pushed this pipe on all the way. Should probably double check it. And it's never been pushed on all the way, so let's just make sure this angle still makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. We can full send this, I think. You know how many months this trap has been sitting in a box, waiting?
To fulfill its destiny. To receive the poopies. You're apparently convinced that in this house people shit in the shower.
I mean, I'm not convinced that they will shit in the shower, but
Have I just led a sheltered life?
that's always a concern. Did you see how dirty I just got this pipe
I know.
after I just cleaned it?
Yes. Maybe you should put it on the...
Okay, so we're in agreement that this is correct.
Yes.
God, we're vacuuming after this. Okay, let's see if my attention deficit ass can remember to put this back down on something clean.
Like a paper towel. That we have plenty of.
Perhaps. Okay. That's clean enough.
Is it?
Such a dumb design.
That it wicks the stuff into the threads so they can drip everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. That's annoying. Oh, how convenient. You know how far to go. How not convenient. The f***ing thing is covered. I gotta be careful.
Shit.
I can just barely see it, and of course the...
The thing is eating it off, isn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, like I said, we could completely screw the pooch on this and just go buy another one.
Is that why we don't have dogs? We're afraid of screwing the pooch.
Shit, I don't even see my mark. There it is. Try and preserve it, but getting the full coverage of the glue, and fuck, I didn't prime the inside of the hub or the spigot. And there's her hair stuck in there.
You act like I just leaned over and put my head on it.
You probably did when I wasn't looking.
Yeah, because I'm just that flexible, right?
That took up a lot. Wow. We did not have it pushed in all the way before.
No, we did not.
Do we let this bond and then come back?
I don't think so. Let's not rush it.
Alright, we are not rushing it.
You think that's a bad thing?
No. My impatience is like, oh, just get the fucking trap on and you're good.
And Bear's like, I only want to do this shit once. Not create more work for us.
This was a fun experiment, but we're gonna remove this. And I will probably replace that with plastic.
Where are you going?
You know I'm going in there in just a second, right?
Man, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. You smile at. Does this amuse you?
Yes.
Just smile.
Autofocus is clutch. Well, yeah, now there's a lot of clearance down there. Oh, yeah. We nailed that. So when this is all the way here,
Yeah.
boom.
Very nice.
I think we're good.
Should it be level? Or should it have the same run as the pipe?
Yes, that's correct. It should in that direction, but in this direction it should be mostly level.
Yes. You want to extend it out a little bit so we don't?
Oh, that's extended.
Is it? Are you sure?
Yeah. That's pretty extended. Okay, so let me just verify, because this is actually kind of important. So when he's there and he's pulled there, and I hold this flush, Yeah, that's good enough. Actually quite impressive.
Dude, you're literally erasing your fucking mark.
Dude! I'm being judged so harshly right now.
Oh, they have no idea the amount of judgment flowing from behind this camera.
Well, I can just tell them. It's a significant amount. Also,
Imagine the burning fury of 1,000 suns. That is the intensity of judgment.
okay. Now, my dumb ass has to move both of these out of the way in the next 5 seconds. And then get this on here. We could kind of take showers again. It'd be messy. There would eventually be mold involved for sure.
Well, then you're not doing your showers properly.
Okay, so it comes up about a 1/2 inch off. That's how far off it is. About 1/2 inch.
This 1/2 inch is a bigger deal than it seems. You'll see that in a future video.
Is it level?
Better be. Yeah,
It's close enough.
it's definitely close. Oh yeah, it is actually level. So, if this had been a perfect world, we'd figure out a way to swing that out a little bit. But it's not. So, do we want to stop now? Or do you want to try and get all this shit done?
We can try. How long do you think, quote, that shit will take? We could probably dry fit it at least.
We could, probably.
Do you feel up to it, or do you want to?
Nah. I'm not actually sure where I introduced the air. Maybe when we can review the footage and figure out where that 1/2 inch got lost.
Well, it probably got lost in the fact that we hadn't jammed
That's
everything.
100% it. I just didn't.
Account for that. When
If I had done that, we'd have been perfect.
Hmm?
It's gonna kind of bug me, Bills.
Oh, Jesus.
So the only reason why I'm even slightly concerned about it is because we're putting mosaic in, and we're gonna have to cut around the mosaic. And if we're off by 1/2 inch,
The mosaic around the drain pan's going to be asymmetrical.
the only way we could really fix this is cut this trap off. In fact, that might be the solution, actually.
What?
Is just cut that trap arm right in the middle, and then just put a coupling on it. Which would just perfectly offset it how much it needs to be.
I mean, that seems like a very simple solution to. So tomorrow, we just do your coupler solution.
Yeah, probably. Cut the pipe, put a coupling on it. That'll push it over. We're almost done pulling that thing up. Oh, and another thing we're going to do is once we get all this stuff in, we're going to do another pass of putting like the little bushings in for the pecs, securing the pecs a little bit better.
Yeah. So it doesn't knock around in there.
Yeah, we'll chop saw some things here because when we have the inspector come, I just want him to be like, okay, we good. We'll put a nail plate here along these. It's not even needed here.
But we're trying to make it an easy pass for him to get.
Yeah. Okay.
Man knows how to handle his pipe.
We done.
Well, we almost got the DWV done today. So there's a few things that we'll need to correct in future videos. They're not outright mistakes, but if we don't address them, the way we did, it's going to create even more problems for us in the future. So you might have noticed the videos have been starting to run longer on average, and that's because we're getting into more detail-oriented work. It's less about just destroying things, and it's more about doing things correctly. And I think that trend's going to continue throughout the remainder of these series. As always, thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one.